Hello there. Time for something new. I figured out I will make a let's play of Against the Storm. It's the roguelike city builder game, which I play quite a lot recently. The way it works is like a city builder, but you have limited amount of time until your settlement ends. So you just keep going, building new ones with new like biomes with special effects, some randomized environments and things like that. And yeah, you just keep going through the cycle, then the cycle ends and you start over. And the general goal is to reach these seals. The farther you go, the harder it gets. So yeah, basically, yeah, I wanted to show you how it looks. Because I think it's a great game. I spent many hours in that, and the match takes like 2 hours, I guess, something like that. So I figured it would be nice to maybe make some series about it. So yeah, I'm now on the world map before I start a settlement, and I can choose where do I go. I want to go to this direction because I want to reach the seal. And I guess I will go somewhere there because this is like the regular forest biome, the easiest one, let's say, or easiest to explain how it works. And there is unfortunately some special place on the map which gives me a debuff. I'm starting the match closer to losing than I would be normally. So yeah, it's not really at least it doesn't change any rules. So yeah, let's get started. So how it works is that when you choose the spot where you want to place your city, you choose your starting like people you want with you. Basically, you have 3 choices. It's randomized, and you can pick races you want to start with. I know that in the regular forest you want beavers because they are good at chopping wood, and humans because they are good at farming, so I will go with them. As for difficulty, there is a lot of them. I cannot choose the lowest because I'm too far outside of this from the starting point, so I have to play on higher difficulties. And basically there's, I think, like 25 prestige. Basically prestige difficulties is each one of them adds additional debuff. So this one has 11 of them, and this one is like my favorite one to play because later these affect RNG in the bad way, and it's kinda tilting sometimes, so I don't like playing them unless I want to try hard and unlock the next one. But they get very hard. I mean, this one is also hard. I sometimes lose on this level. So, and yeah, the last thing is choosing additional resources. I have some points to spend. Each bonus costs few points. Yeah, always start with more people because you can do things faster when you have people. Some stones because they are often useful at the start, and I guess some rerolls for the random bonus. You can choose it, and this allows you to reroll and try to get different bonuses if you have only trash to choose from. So yeah, and I have one more point, so let's just go with the food. Okay, let's get going. I will explain how game works as we go because I think it's way too much talking if I would go over everything. So yeah, I will just when things appear, I will tell what is that. So yeah, this is basically the starting set of effects for this match. These red ones are all from the difficulty. They are always the same. Each difficulty level adds one more, and I'm at this one. And there is this is like the bonus or like rules from this biome. So for example, in this biome, trees give more wood, This is this thing which I started nearby on the world map, which debuffs me. And yeah, and this is like forest mysteries, which are different each time. And how it works is when you play, you have 3 seasons, each last few minutes, and they just keep cycling. And first season is drizzle, then you have clearance, and then you have storm. And when there is drizzle, you have the like buff, because all of that is a debuff, so this is the only buff you get. So during drizzle, I get more drizzle water if I want to produce it, which is kinda suck and is useless for me. So yeah, and these ones are the debuffs. Debuffs are important because as you play, you increase this hostility level. Basically, the bigger your settlement is, the higher it gets, and the higher it gets, the more debuffs you get. So yeah, as you can see there, at level 2 I get some like I lose stored water, I burn resources faster and things like that. And none of this is very serious, as I see. Sometimes they are like, you have 10% chance that your villager will die, which is, you know, they die every like few seconds and it kinda sucks. So yeah, these ones are, I would say, mild ones. Okay, you start with the warehouse and the hearth. And warehouse is like, you know, all the resources they have to carry everything from there and to there. And hearth is like center of your village. It has a fire which you have to keep going, otherwise you kinda lose. I mean, not immediately, but you lose very quickly if you don't have fire, so you need wood or other fuel to power it. And yeah, and around it you can build houses. So at the start of the match I always like do some grid of rows because I'm like that. I like these nice squares everywhere. So let's plan that. And okay, I need 5 houses because each one can keep like 3 people. So I guess it would be better if I had 12 because kinda annoying to build one more because they are kinda costly. Okay, and I need woodcutters to just expand my territory. So pause it, let them do their thing. And I can see that I have some eggs, which are basically a food. So let's do some gathering there and some clay, which you need for building. Okay, I don't have a spot there. The nice thing is that a lot of buildings you can just move for free, and the ones you don't, you pay a bit and you can move them, so it's not really an issue if you misplace something. Okay, so the goal is to expand. I need to chop the wood to get more like area for buildings. And the way it works, all of these are glades which I can uncover. And when you uncover them, they have random things in them. So these small ones are always like safe. Nothing bad will happen to me if I uncover them, but they don't have much stuff in them. So I want to focus on these bigger ones because they are like the like best things are these in the biggest one, but they always have some threats. So when you open them, there is like an event which you have to solve, and if you don't solve it in the set time, it will affect you somehow. Sometimes it's something not that bad, but sometimes it's like it kills your villagers, or it eats all your food, or basically sometimes if you don't solve them, you are on a quick way to losing. And so yeah. And also the more you unlock these glades, the more hostility you get. So you don't want to like open everything because then hostility is too high. And if it's too high, then your guys are unhappy and they will leave the village and you will lose. So yeah. And let's keep building. Okay, next thing to do at the start, you start with some perks. These are you get each year. So like drizzle is 4 minutes, I think, or 5. Then you have another season also for 5 minutes, and then storm, and then the year ended. It's you know, so year has 3 seasons in this game, and each season you get a new bonus. These are something which gives you resources or some buffs or some win conditions. For example, that when you trade, you get make your people happy and you lose faster. I mean, you win faster. So yeah, those are very important. So yeah, but sometimes you are unlucky and there is nothing useful, and that's when you use this reroll, which I talked about earlier. Okay, so what I get resolve for a few seconds after chopping wood. It's not bad, but not on the start. I guess let's talk about what is resolve. Resolve is this number next to my people. I have 3 species, each has their own resolve. And basically if it goes below 0, they will leave, and when you leave, when they leave, the red bar increases, which is an impatience. And if a red bar reaches the top, then you lose. And there is a blue bar which reaches the top, then you win. So you basically want to increase blue bar before the red one goes to the max. And I have it filled already because that's this debuff I started on the world map, that I start with 6 points already. So almost halfway. So yeah. Alright, so let's get back to the bonuses. So you want to increase this resolve to prevent them from leaving during the storm, because during the storm the resolve always drops, and like the higher the level of hostility, then more it drops. So yeah, you need it high. For example, this harpies has only 5, so it's very low, and I will try to leave when the storm starts. So I have to have something in works to prevent that. For example, building a house for them. Alright, let's get back to bonuses. So I have this resolve for fell trees. I mean, it's not bad, but maybe not at the start. New villager for every glade is not really worth it, because I don't want to get them every time, and also I don't plan to open many glades, so it's not really useful. This one is very good. The pack of provisions you need for trading, and you need food to produce them, so this one is kinda for free, because you like regularly get new villagers. So yeah, it's I think I'm gonna go with that. And this one is also like when newcomers come, they bring resources with them, and this buffs amount of resources. But yeah, I will just go with that because it's very good in the long run, and it kinda set me up for the winning through trading already. Okay, so we have the bonuses. I'm building the stuff. I need to chop some wood around me because there's very little space to move around. I don't really even have where to place my wood cutters. The houses are being built. So yeah, the thing with houses is you have this herb, and it has this range, and it tracks how many people you have in this like area. And when you have more people, for example 8, as you can see there, you can increase the level of the herb, which increases the resolve. So you always want to like upgrade it when you want, because it's just free resolve to keep people happy. So in order to do that, I need 8 people, so I already have that, and some decorations. So it's basically I make a park somewhere there, and they will be happy, but I don't have spot for that. Let's do some movement of the building. I'll just put it right there. Okay. So yeah, that's going. Let's talk about the tasks now, rather orders. Orders are like mini quests you get each game, and they boost your blue bar, so you want to finish them to basically they are one of the ways to speed up your win. Because in lower difficulties, if you do all of them, you win. But in higher difficulties, it's like not even halfway. So yeah, but they are like generated at random, and I don't want to pick them that early, because sometimes there is like time limited one, which has much better rewards, and you don't want to get them when you are like you cannot finish them, like you have no chance to do them. And if I pick them later, I will have like better setup, then maybe I will grab some good bonuses because of that. So yeah, I have some gathering building, so they will just work on these eggs. Yeah, the food and some stone, so I'm set for the things I already have there. So now it's time to expand, but I don't really like expanding before first storm, because sometimes I want to go for these bigger glades, but sometimes there is like a event which is very hard to do during the storm, and it gets kinda tricky. So I prefer to just wait, build everything, start gathering, and like stabilize with what I have and then expand. But yeah, now I have 4 idle people, so it's kinda time to do something. So yeah, I think I will just uncover this glade, because I know that there is a fertile soil, so I can build a farm there. And why I know it, it's because each race have like passive ability. Alright, no, basically a passive, which they start with. So humans uncover where is the fertile soil, the closest one, like from your start point. The beavers, I'm not sure what they do, to be honest. I know that harpies give you 15 codes at the start, which is kinda useful to boost the resolve of people, and sometimes you need them for the event, so it's kinda good. But yeah, let me take a look. I don't remember what beavers do. Okay, fortunately, game has encyclopedia, which has everything described, like each building, its species, everything, even events you can encounter in the match, so you know what you can expect. So if I take a look at beavers, they extend available trade offers by 1 in each neighboring town. So basically how the trade works is that you can trade with your cities which you already built, and like some, like, let's call it NPC cities, and they have few offers which you can like each season they have different offers what they buy, and basically beavers what they do is that there is one more offer from each city, so you have higher chance that you will sell something. Yeah, okay, so let's keep going. So maybe, yeah, while it's going on, or maybe I will just send them somewhere there. I need to cut these trees somehow, because I cannot reach I cannot reach this glade, and I wanted to get this fertile soil. But yeah, I guess it's a good time to take a look what new buildings I can get, because you always start with like some basic ones, and new ones you get by random, like everything in this game. And basically you start with 3 ones to pick, and then when you increase the blue bar, each dot on the blue bar is a new building. So you basically along the path to victory you get new buildings. Okay, so let's take a look at what we have. And because there is this fertile soil, I for sure need something to build there. So it would be nice to get some farms or something. But unfortunately none of that is very useful. So I guess some food production. Okay, let's talk about food maybe. Or in general about the consumption and needs. So There is a basic food, which they just eat. There is a complex food, which is more efficient than basic. For example, from 5 meat you will do 10 jerkies, so you get more food from the same resources. So it's always good to start with complex food as soon as you can. And each species, each race like some food. For example, humans like porridge and biscuits and pie, and beavers like also biscuits. So yeah, basic is the best to make this food which like covers the most of your races, but it's most of the time you maybe have one which covers two. So yeah. So with that in mind, it's always good to like choose the building which will produce what you need later, right? Because these services and everything, this is kind of late game, so I'm not gonna talk about it. So yeah, each race have its needs. They are like, there is a shortcut for that. You can see them here, and when you fulfill them, their resolve increases, and when the resolve reaches this like blue marking, and then they start increasing the blue bar. So it's one of the ways to victory, basically keeping your species extremely happy that the blue bar just goes up pretty quickly, and you know, you win. We will see, because it's hard to, you cannot like decide how you wanna win at the start, because it depends on what buildings, what perks and everything you will just encounter. So yeah, let's take a look what buildings I have again. So this one isn't very good because pie is meh, but others are also not that good. I guess no. Yeah, I will just go with that, because I mean someone will eat these pies. Let's use it. I really want something which can use on the fertile soil. The greenhouse kinda works, but you need to run. It's not a farm, because how the farms work is like in one season you water the ground, then you plant it, and then you gather it, and it produces a lot of food. And this one just works all the time, but you need to power it with water, which I don't have. So yeah, I could take it because it might be useful later, but yeah, maybe I won't find this water, and I don't think it's good that early. But on the other hand, the other ones are also not that good. So I mean, the ranch is very good because it just produces food out of plant fiber or the grain. So assuming that I will find farm, then it will be very good. So I will just pick it because maybe I will get lucky. And yeah, I have herb garden. Not quite a farm, but I mean, it's something. At least I will have something to plant there. Okay, so the buildings are ready. I have few idle people. The idle people are always builders when they are not doing anything, but yeah, I want them to do something, so just put them in the buildings. You can assign people to the warehouse, so then they just act as haulers to like just move things around. And yeah, basically I need to cut to this glade now, but yeah, it's kinda hard because my woodcutters have hard time reaching that. Okay, so now it's just a bit waiting until I get there. Okay, the storm is coming. It's always nicely announced with this thunderstorm. But yeah, the first storm is not that bad. Okay, I have it set up that it pauses when it starts, because sometimes, you know, you want to be prepare a bit, but at the start it's not a big deal. The main thing is that if your resolve drops a lot, right now I don't have any issues, or I guess now I have issues, okay. So yeah, because I opened the glade, so I got additional hostility and the level increased So now I get -4 to global resolve, so my harpies are unhappy, and I will leave when it gets to 0. But fortunately I can fix that easily by just reducing 1 woodcutter, because each woodcutter increases the hostility, because forest doesn't like when you cut it. So yeah, most of the time you want to just get rid of all woodcutters when the storm starts. There's shortcuts to just unassign them. But yeah, for me only getting rid of one was enough, so yeah. So I uncovered new glade, I have some clay, and I have this fertile soil. So what I want to do is do a farm field and make some space, and I will do this build this herb garden there. It has this range, and it can like handle the fertile or the fields in this range. So yeah, I'll just put it there, because during storm season is where you like fertilize the ground. So I want to get it done before storm ends. So so they start working on it already. So yeah, let's talk about maybe assigning people to the buildings, because as you can see, when I choose who do I put there, the humans have this icon because they are proficient in this like in farming, right? And if they are proficient, it means that they have 10% chance that they will produce double yield. So we always want to match buildings with the proper race if possible. For example, beavers are good woodcutters, and harpies are also good at something. I think at clothing, but I don't have any clothing, so yeah. So yeah, that's kinda important. That's why I moved my humans to this farm, so they will build it and start working on this field. Alright, I see I have newcomers. They always appear around like every like season you get, every year you get a pack of newcomers. So basically new people to your city, but I always wait until the storm ends, because each villager adds hostility, and I don't want to increase the level before the storm ends, because it's just annoying. Okay. Yes. I cannot stand this messy road, so I have to delete. Alright. So that's the second year. So what happens is that the hostility increases, because each year is 45 additional hostility on this difficulty level. And yeah, I got new bonus, so let's start with that. Now I got a pretty strong ones. So this one I gather faster. But what happens? Well, it's pretty good. Okay, so it increases my gathering capabilities, but the penalty is that when I gather, I spawn blightroot cysts. So let's maybe talk about corruption right now. This is this 0%. So there is this system that you can do, like the building which produce something, they can be improved with like rain engines, which is like steam engines, but they wanted to name it differently. I don't think I have any building. So maybe build one which can use it. Okay, I cannot unpause for now. So how it works, I can connect the pipes here, and then I will be able to use water to speed up production or make people happy, or the workers happy. But the downside is that it will spawn these cysts, blightroot cyst, which like increase corruption of my hearth. And when the corruption is too high, it just like each cyst just increases it and so on. And if it reaches maximum, it kills 3 villagers. So yeah, that's kinda, you don't want that to happen, so there is a building which clears them. But yeah, but for now, I think this bonus which spawns them sometimes is not that bad. Yeah, because yeah, it's not a big deal, to be honest. So this one is pretty good. This is just yeah, some additional, like the gathering nodes which I will find will be bigger. And this one is interesting because I lose all my money, but then when I accept new people, I get money. And it's pretty good because I don't have any money, so I don't lose anything. And now I will get 50 each time so each year basically I get 50, so it's very good. And this is bad. I will just take this because it's like free money to me. Because I lost nothing and I will accept new people, and now I got 50 because, because I just took this bonus. So that's why I'll always first took bonus and then accept people, because sometimes get a bonus like that. All right, so let's take a look at the tasks, what I have there. Okay, upgrade 1 health to level 1. It's pretty good because basically I have 1 health already at level 1, so it's installing if I take it. So what do I get from that? Yeah, some boots, some pretty good stuff. So I just pick it, and yeah, that's why I wait with them until until the second year, because sometimes this happens. Okay, what we have there now? It is 6 houses. Again, I have 5, I think, so I will just add 1 more and it is finished. So it's also pretty good because it gives me new building, which is always good, and some increased production of packs of goods which you use for trading. So it's another bonus if I want to go for like trade victory, and I think I just go with it because yeah, it's kinda looks very good. Okay, now it's burn this blightroot cyst. So again, it's it will happen by itself because they will always appear and I will have to do it, so it's just auto win for me. And this is also good because I will build trading posts and give money. So do I want this or this? I don't want to give money, so I'm just go with that because this I don't have to do anything and it will just finish at some point. Alright, next one is if I do deliver pack of crops, my farms will work better. It's pretty good because in this biome there will be a lot of farms. And yeah, this one I will just go with that. I rarely take it, to be honest, so let's try. Okay, and the last one, yeah, this is hard. Yeah, I think it's basically I have to keep harpies happy and I will get bonus harpies and they will be even more happy. Yeah, because the issue with these tasks is, for example, now there I have to produce flour and oil, and sometimes you might not get any buildings which will allow you to do that, and then you have issue. That same goes for that. That's a hard choice. I will go with that. Okay. So yeah. Okay, so I have 1 task done. I need to add 1 more shelter to get the second task done. And the thing with these orders is that when you finish it, I get 1 like reputation, so blue bar. So I will just go 1 bar up, and when it goes, you get 1, then it decreases impatience. So basically when you like fulfill these things, then you buy yourself more time. But the issue, the thing with impatience is that the more you have, the lower the hostility. So you basically want to ride on the max red bar because it makes it easier for you. So if you don't have to finish the task, just don't click the checkbox. But because it's timed, I have to do it because it will just I have to click it before it expires. So I'll just do it right now. Okay, so the blue bar went up. I reached the blue dot, so I have new building, and that's the small farm which I wanted. So yeah, I'll just go with that. Because yeah, I prefer farm over the herb garden, so I just put it there and just move people over to the farm. All right, so it kinda solves my food production, because now I have farm where I will produce grain, and I will add a ranch which will convert grain into meat and eggs, I think, yeah. Which sets me up for like very good position food wise. Okay, so this one is also ready, and I also have to click it. So yeah, I won't go over this building because this is like late game building. Is I mean, this one, what is that? Yeah, this one is basically very expensive, and it gives you some. It's for the how it's called, for the services. But yeah, you don't start with them; they are too expensive for that. I will get to that later. All right, so I got the farm. Let's get rid of this herb. I guess I cannot do it because I already planted a lot of herbs and everything. I will just destroy this building later when they gather it. Alright, so I need planks. I ran out of planks. I have this building which produces them, but I didn't put any people here to work, so yeah. These are like basic building resources, the planks, fabric, and the bricks. You always need them to like build advanced buildings. So maybe let's talk about production, because I didn't talk about it. So each building has some recipes which it can like do, and the way it works is this is crude workstation, which is like it can produce everything you need, the basic stuff, but it's the worst at it, and it's indicated by this like not even a star, and you can get up to 3 stars. So for example, lumber mill is better at making planks, so it will take less wood to produce the same amount. Basically they are more efficient. So yeah, you start with some, it's very good if you can produce something at all, but you generally want a building which is better at it, and you want to put the race which is the best at it to like be the most efficient. But for now it's all I have, so I have to live with that. Alright, so I need 8 planks. The way it goes, they produce it, they store it in the building, and then they have to carry it to warehouse, and then it can be used. But if you want these resources now, you can force them to move it. But yeah, I don't need 2 planks, I need 8, so yeah. I guess, okay, this is, they are waiting for the next season, because in the diesel it grows, and in the clearance they're gathering it. So this exclamation mark means that they are not really doing anything right now. I move my wood cutter so they have wood in range. Oh, that reminded me that I was supposed to open the glade, but there is too much going on, so I kinda forgot about it. Okay, let's move them there and see what we have in this dangerous one. There are the dangerous one, but there are also these forbidden ones. These have very hardcore effects sometimes. I rarely open them because I very often happen that I opened it and I lost the game because the event was too harsh to handle. So yeah. Okay, I opened it, and what we have there? I have a lot of fertile soil, so it's very good. There is also a haunted small farm, which I can cleanse to use it, and it probably will be better than the like regular farm, because yeah, regular farm has 1 star at vegetables and 2 stars at grain, and this one has 3 stars and both of them. So yeah, it's just better version. So I want to like cleanse that so I can use it. Probably it can work this whole fields. Okay, but the main issue here is this dangerous event, which I have to solve, because yeah, I have 30 minutes to solve it somehow, because otherwise yeah, it's harsh. It will kill everything in this radius, so it kinda reaches my city, so I don't really want to happen that. Okay, so I need to solve it somehow, and fortunately I have some resources to do that. Sometimes it's kinda rough, because you don't have what it takes to finish it, and you have to kinda figure something out. Sometimes you can like open some caches which are there, and suddenly there are resources you need, or you can build a trade post quickly and try to buy something or whatever. Yeah, sometimes it's rough when you get something hard, but fortunately I can just fix it. But the issue is that it will increase hostility by 300, and it will take me 7 minutes to finish it, so I will do it during the storm, so I will have very little resolve, because it will increase my hostility a lot. So that's the issue, that I forgot to open it earlier, so maybe I shouldn't do it, because it's best to start just after the storm, or like towards end of the storm, so you can just start working on it during like the chill time and not during the storm. Alright, so what I can do, I can also, instead of this choice, I could, because yeah, this one gives me some perks, but yeah, if that's gonna kill me during the storm, and I'm afraid that's gonna happen, so I could go with that. And what happens is that all woodcutters and gatherers gets penalty to resolve, so I can just fix it by not having woodcutters and gatherers, and I don't have an issue. And if I go with this choice, I get closer to victory. So yeah, I think that's the proper choice there. Okay, so I guess I could just do it during. I will just start working on it. Yeah, so my harpies are unhappy because they are gatherers. So yeah, fortunately beavers have a lot of resolve, so when it drops they are still at the green. And when the storm starts there, I will just stop chopping wood anyway, so that's not gonna be an issue. Alright, so that's kinda covered. So let's take a look at this. I need to cleanse it for sure. So that's what happens. Okay, it also reduces my resolve, so I cannot do it now, because yeah, it will just wreck me during the storm. Okay, so what can I do? I have enough people to upgrade my health again, so I need 4 more decorations, comfort decoration, and now aesthetic. So let's add some blue ones. Let's go with the garden, I guess. Okay, it's always good to upgrade it, because it's +1 resolve, and sometimes 1 is all you need, because it doesn't matter if you have 1 or 10, you just don't want to get 0. Okay, so I guess I have 1 free builder, so let's just let him build. And I need this ranch to start working on food. I prefer to have some limits most of the time to like not spend all resources, and suddenly I have like 600 meat, which I don't know what to do with. So by default I always have all recipes disabled, and it's kind of good thing about settings here, because you have a lot this you can set a lot of these default behaviors to have it like set up as you like, so you don't have to worry about it later. Okay, so the ranch is ready, but I don't have really people to work there, unfortunately. The guy is working on this event. I mean, I could add a second person to get it done faster. So yeah, let's just them. I will just let them work for a while, and yeah, let's see what I have there. Nothing really important to me. I need some oil production, flour production. But yeah, there is none of that. So let's just... If I don't know what to pick, then just don't pick anything. It's no point in just choosing anything. Maybe next quest will tell me that I need some codes production, then I will just pick it, right? So yeah, better have it waiting than just spending it for nothing. Okay, my stone has ended, but I have some more here, so let them work on that. I think is if you run out of resources, you just delete the building, you get all resources back. And it's very important in these gathering ones, because they cost parts, and they are like something which gatekeeps you from like gathering everything, because it's very limited. You cannot produce it, you only get it from quests and things like that. So you have limited amount, and you have to like, you know, pick and choose where you used. Okay, the storm is starting, so let's get rid of woodcutters. And I guess let's assign them to the various buildings. So no, you know, so they keep going. And I can get rid of this herb garden, because I prefer farm. I guess, I mean, I have this better one now. So maybe I shouldn't. Whatever. Okay. I need to see that I have some free hostilities. I can get 1 or 2 woodcutters. Yeah. No point in having them either if you don't have to. Okay, so what is going on? I have the ranch, so I have meat production, egg production. So what can I do with that? I can do... Yeah, I have furnace. I don't know how to pronounce it. Excuse me if I pronounce something wrongly, I'm not that good at that. But yeah, do I want skivers? I don't want, because none of my race likes it, so I don't care about it. This is good, this is very good, kinda good, and not good. But yeah, I think I'll just go. I need this field kitchen to get the biscuits going, but I don't have flour. I cannot produce it. I need some flour production. For sure. Okay. But yeah, now I produce grain, which I use to produce eggs, and with eggs I can do biscuits. So it's like almost full chain. I need now flour. Okay. And also I need picked goods, but I cannot produce any of the containers for it. Right? Yeah. It's very good, because this UI always tells you what you have. Like, it says that I can produce in herb garden. It's marked that I already have it, so it's very, very handy to use. Okay, so let's put some on here and do some biscuits. And let's think about working. I mean, I need to work on this small farm, but after maybe the storm ends, because it will reduce by 3. I can go down by 3 every 45 seconds. I guess I can just start already. Do I have 3 people for that? I mean, I don't really. What do I have? I have him, and I don't need wood, I think. How much I have? Yeah, I have a lot of wood. So yeah, let's get started on that. 4 minutes. So yeah. I will survive. Okay. So I guess I can just add these farm fields now. I mean after they finished, because I don't have 3 people to work on that. Okay. So now I just wait. I think everything is set up. They almost finished with this one. So I'm safe from explosion, fortunately. Yeah, and now it goes too low, but I think I will. Yeah, so you can see what happens. Yeah, so now it goes down, and if it goes down completely, then they leave. So you can kinda micromanage it, because what can I do? Let's say I cannot stop it, I don't want to lose them, and the storm doesn't end in 2 seconds. So most of the time what happens is that you have too much hostility, and you can reduce it by sacrificing wood or coal. So that's like kinda last resort thing, because it burns very quickly, but it can keep you alive for a bit. And the thing is that you can get them to like 4 resolve, and it will increase, and then you stop sacrificing, and it will decrease again. So you can kind of micromanage it to squeeze out these few seconds to survive the storm without losing anyone. And later on in the game you often have to do things like that, unless you have very good setup with the settlement. But alright, I think the 2 years for one in one go, it's enough for the first part of this let's play. Let me know in the comments what you think about it, because I'm wondering. It's a new format for me. I wanted to do it for a long time. So yeah, I'm very interested what you think about it. Yeah, I guess most of the time the settlement finishes in like 7 years, so I guess it will be like 2 more parts to that. But yeah, we'll see. Hope you enjoyed the video, and see you next time.